Welcome to round 3 of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Esports Championship, coming to you from Northern United States, Plymouth, Wisconsin, and the legendary Road America. Joining me in the commentary booth, Ben Morris. How's it going, Ben?
Look, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty bloody excited about this. Oh, shouldn't be swearing, I suppose, but I'm pretty bloody excited about this one. It's a cracking track. It's got some really fast sweeping corners, long straights. I think we're probably going to see a bit of a blend here. I think that last round was, I won't say a procession, but this is really going to mix up the field, I think. And we've got some really strong names that have come up from Split 2 as well, which will be exciting for the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. I think I'm super excited. And mate, I'm about to explode. I can't believe it. It's out
20
of control.
laps. 20 laps of Road America.
Oof.
And 130 kilometres. So, do you just want to run us through the sponsors, Ben?
I'll tell you what.
We've got some more. 2 minutes to go till the race starts.
We've got some awesome sponsors. Obviously, Nationwide Tracking System as our primary sponsor. We then have a Bruisley Raceware. Get your gloves, get your shoes, guys. Track Racer. I've got one of those setups, mate. You need one of those if you're looking for rigidity. Dripping Paints Graphics. Yeah. Dripping Paints Graphics. Put the paints on the car. Design what you need. Race Management Services. Coghlan Engineering. Leaning on the car setups and, of course, track cams for gourmets. Fantastic. I mean, this is the sort of stuff that separates the also ran
the pros from the amateurs.
Bloody
Exactly.
oath. Bloody oath.
What a championship. Good stuff.
This is going to be really exciting. I'm really, really excited about this. There's going to be some really hard breaking areas into this. The track's starting to rubber up. Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, there's probably a couple of people out there really knocking on the door of Alex Court and the last couple of wins that he's had. I won't say he's been lucky. I think he's played it quite well, but I think there's Sean McNamara, he's around the mark. I think there's a couple of dark horses in there, and I think to the mid and I won't say backfield, but I think midfield. There's a couple of names in there that I think we might see up closer up the front. So here we go.
All right, the boys are gritting up. 44 degrees at Road America.
Oh, that's hot.
Track temperature's 44. We got Alex Court on pole position from Sean McNamara, Simon Chadwick, James B. Anderson, Martin Turner, Lasseth Leonage, Paul Preston, Blake Warboys, Mark Duggan, Wayne Taylor, Trent Gossley, Todd Hayne, Jamie Davis, a little bit. He's going to have some work on his hands tonight. Marty Hanson, Darren Caldwell, Hayden Harrison, Tony Gaffer, Craig Newell, Benjamin Saron. And we're very close to a race start here.
I'll tell you what, I've got a pineapple on Sean McNamara. There you go. That's my tip for the day.
Sean McNamara, I like that.
Pineapple on that one, boys.
I was very impressed with him the other night when we interviewed him, how he spoke about looking after the championship. He had the championship in mind, even on round 2.
It probably won't be popular with our biggest sponsor, NTS, but I think this guy's got the goods.
There's the go.
There we go.
There's the green lights. Racing. Alex Court with a clean start. Sean McNamara pushing out on the left-hand side. It's going to be side by side into turn 1 with Simon Chadwick in third. Court's holding the inside line. McNamara smartly flips.
Clean through.
Yep. Through turn 1, down through the short little bend. Turn 2, very clean start. The boys are being smart there. Got away nicely.
Yeah, clean right through the pack there. You can see that. Fantastic.
This is where I predict that it'll all come undone. At the bottom of the hill here. Probably not from the guys at the front, but I'm down in the back of the pack, in the mid-pack. I expect to see a little bit of trouble.
Oh, look, we've got one down the inside there. Oh, there's a touch. We've got an NTS car in the side there. A little bit late on the brake.
Lasseth Leonage is falling down the grid. Dropping down fastly.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an incident down there in turn 5 at the bottom of the hill.
I did see he had the new jig shifter, so maybe he was grabbing too many gears there on the way through.
Alex Court leads away. Sean McNamara, Simon Chadwick in third. Little bit of a gap back to Mark Duggan, James B. Anderson in 5th. Paul Preston 6, Jamie Davis in 7. Jamie Davis has mostly made up at least 6 spots already in half a lap.
I'll tell you what, Mark Duggan's he's a little bit further back than I suspect now, but we've seen this before from Mark as well. He will sort of sit back a little bit and just get his rhythm. You know, it takes a day or two, takes a lap or two, and then you see those tyres come up and he comes into his own. But the boys at the front here, they are nose to tail effectively. It's very difficult to follow through these fast sweepers, especially with the car, but you'll watch them under brakes, they'll come in close. This is very, very exciting.
So Alex Court leading at the end of lap 1. Oh, very...
Ooh, little bit of tail whack there.
Yeah, on the curbs and the exit. So that might give Sean McNamara an opportunity in the slipstream. You can see him closing in on Alex Court as they crest over the hill. Into turn 1, Alex Court's had to go defensive here.
He's had to go defensive. The bladder might have weakened there a little bit over that last corner. And Sean McNamara is not letting him off.
He's having another look.
Absolutely.
Into turn 3.
I think he's going to... Whoa, that was smart. That's smart, though.
Leaves it for another day.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of other people who would have sent it.
Yeah, he's playing the wrong game. Breakaway here.
Oh, man, we've got another 19 laps to go here. This is fantastic.
Court, McNamara, Chadwick. Then a gap back to Duggan.
Here we go.
Anderson.
Look at this. Is he going to...
looks like he's a little...
He's putting it down there. McNamara's
down
the inside.
McNamara for the lead.
McNamara's put it down.
In lap 5.
And I'll tell you what, Chadwick in the behind, he's given Court a bit of a hassle. Wow, that looked strong. That looks really confident.
Very decisive move under brakes.
And that's a Mustang as well. I just want to point that out. That looks really nice in the Mustang. I know not
Mustang leading lap 2.
Not popular with JP, but it's an inside joke.
Can Alex stay with Sean McNamara?
Look at that.
Showing some great pace here through the carousel.
What's
different lines? Always different lines through this long right-hander.
This is exciting. I'm excited.
A blast down the back straight through this fast kink. Very dangerous part of the track.
I feel like Big Rev Kev here. This is exciting stuff. Look at Chadwick all over the back of Court.
Yeah, Court's. This is the most we've seen him struggle so far in the series. He's had to go defensive again on Chadwick.
I'll tell you what, I saw him light those tyres up a little while ago in a couple of corners before, but that's interesting. And I'll tell you what, the race control is blowing up at the back there. We've got a lot of stuff going on.
There is a lot going on.
We've got
the race control.
Laz has been black flagged. He'd be disappointed with that.
It's always difficult into that turn 5 at the bottom of the hill on lap 1.
No, the tyres are cold. Not rotating.
Although we only have 60% fuel tank, so there will be a compulsory pit stop in this race.
Is it only 60%?
60%.
Okay.
So, yep.
Those cold tyres have played a factor there. Now, this is interesting.
Oh, there's Darren Caldwell having a look. Darren Caldwell having a look at Trent Gosley in the freshly painted, and now Darren Caldwell finds himself under pressure.
He does too. Look at that. Todd Haynes and
we've got off there.
Out the foot. Oh,
Preston.
Gee, Todd Haynes did well to
finds himself
look
on
at
the grass.
This side by side. Side by side, Darren Caldwell and Todd Haynes. He's dropped in behind him.
Through.
What will Caldwell do? Will he? No, he's played the safe game there. That's smart.
It's a tricky.
Very,
look at
very
this.
smart.
Action turn 5.
God, it's all on. It's all happening.
Marty Hansen.
This is one of the most exciting
races I've car. It's difficult to know where to look up and down the field. Marty Hansen in position number 16.
Marty Hansen looking...
having a look at Dean Williams. I think that's Dean Williams in front, and now we're looking further back through the field. Craig Newell in the NTS car.
Great looking car. Really, really good paint job. I like that one.
Followed by Lasseth Leonage.
Oh, it's Timmy Mulford.
Oh, it's Tim Mulford, sorry. That's right. Lasseth Leonage has got the black flag. So there's Tim Mulford up in position 24.
Timmy Mulford's certainly someone you see a lot in the official races. And I'll tell you what, one of the probably the fairest...
driver.
toughest drivers out there, and
Jamie Davis falling down the field.
ooh,
Jamie
yeah,
Davis is losing positions.
great
He's
catch.
dropped down. There he is there on the try side of the track.
Oh no, what's
in a
happened?
very awkward position there. We can go for a replay of that if
Oh
you've
god,
got it.
he's
And we're looking, he's just lost it on his own there.
oh no, Jamie.
Oh no, and he's hit by Gosling, I
Oh,
believe.
and
And
guys
is
live,
the
he's
Paris car going to miss it?
he's sanding
just a
at the
little bit
moment.
of contact. That's
Live,
a very nasty accident.
I'm looking at live pictures now. He's just lost it in the last corner, but he's continuing on. Gee, that's disappointing.
It's turning into a very bad night for Jamie Davis, championship contender, been in the top three, been on the podium in our first 2 rounds. Finds himself way down the field, damaged
Wow.
car.
Damaged car and just on a lap 240. Oh, he'd be disappointed with that. He's a massive contender.
Back at the front of the pack now, McNamara. He hasn't managed to pull out a lead here on court. McNamara only leading court by 0.3 of a second, if that. And court looks like he's steadied himself and found the pace that he was lacking early on those first 2 laps. Has McNamara maybe cooked his tyres up on this 45-degree track? Court
Well, look,
settled.
It's certainly easy to do. You've got to really balance that throttle on the exit. And as Jamie, you and I were talking about off camera before the start, that entry speed with those fronts is critical. It will just punish the tyres.
Especially 45 degrees around here through the carousel.
45
long radius corners.
Light a match, they're on fire. They might as well take them off. Put the old Bobby J and all-rounders on because it's going to have the same effect. They are horrendous. And you've got to treat them like a baby.
McNamara leads. Coming up to the end of lap 4. Court runs a little bit wide out on the grass. Two wheels on the grass.
He's finding
Simon
some form
Chadwick
though.
in third. Looking very consistent. Now we're going to have a little bit of strategy, and I believe
Is that Mark
Duggan's
Duggan?
closing
Mark
in. Yeah,
Duggan,
Mark
yes,
Duggan's definitely
Mark Duggan.
closing in and bringing James B. Anderson with him.
I don't want to make a big deal about it, but I did predict it. He is finding his feet again, just sitting back, watching it happen. Fantastic. I mean, look, we're talking about
strategy now,
4-5-way, absolutely 4-5-way battle here. You know, don't let the distance between these 2 cars or these 5 cars.
With Mark Duggan.
Oh yes, look, smooth as ice.
20 lap race. What lap would you be expecting to pit, Ben?
Look, I think at a 60% tank, it throws a few things in there. I mean, personally,
Doesn't leave you a massive pit window, does it?
Not a massive window. McNamara sideways into that corner. I'd try and go a lap before everybody else and get the run, but you've got to...
The undercut will be huge around here.
Absolutely, but by doing that, you've got to have a really good entry and an excellent exit. And the hard part with these things is that exit, because it's like driving on donuts sometimes when those tyres are coming up to speed, and that's the tough part. It's easy to push when you're panicking.
Last lap, Sean McNamara did a 2 minutes 10, same as Court, 2:10, Chadwick 2:09, Duggan 2:09. So the guys in the leading 2 positions, they pushed hard early, and now 3, 3rd, 4th, 5th are coming back at them, because Anderson was in the 2:09s and Todd Hayne was in the 2:09s as well.
Absolutely. Gee, that's
so we'd be expecting probably a second or so undercut on a lap as long as 2 minutes in the pits. So it will take, and now we're looking at Blake Warboys putting pressure on Martin Turner, braking hard into Canada corner, having a look up the inside. Couldn't get it done this lap.
Gee, will he do it at the end of the main straight? Let's stay with him. See what happens.
Darren Caldwell, just a little bit of a gap in no man's land between the 2 packs. Warboys having a look, closing in on Turner.
And there's Preston behind, and look who's floating behind there. Tony Gaffer. You paint job from that. Yeah, Tony, you paint job. Looking good, Tony.
With Tony Gaffer now. Oh,
yeah, look,
there's the move. There's the move.
3-way. There it is.
Boys, Turner.
He thought about it. Gee, look at that.
Preston
Martin
having
Turner,
a
he's
look
under a
at
bit of
Turner.
pressure here.
So War Boys moves up to 9th. Benjamin Saron on board,
Here we go. Look at this.
19th position, following Danny Vassell.
This might be a
It's
throw down the
happening up
inside.
and down the field.
Have a go,
Great
boys.
battles.
Throw it down there.
Oh, and here
Oh,
comes
look
the
at this.
Bears car.
Oh, no, too far back. But I love the fact there's a bit of nose out there, a little bit of pressure in the mirror.
Look at
Nothing
the body
better.
language of these cars. Oh, and there's a move up further. a couple
Oh,
positions
there's
up.
something around the corner.
He's going off. He's going off. Who was that?
Dean Williams, he's onto race control already.
No messing around. Quick on the comms button.
Very quick on the comms button.
We got the 2 snap-on cars. Nose to tail.
Oof, looking good. There is
Gosling.
Gosling, a lot of action through the pack. Gosling just recovering there.
Benjamin Saron. It's Danny Vassell and Jonathan Bean. No, it wasn't Gosling. I was a little bit confused there.
That's okay. I'm permanently confused, guys.
So Danny Vassell we're looking at here. Finishing lap 6, coming up to the front straight, pit straight, coming up the hill.
Looking good.
Jonathan Bean, right on board. Jonathan Ben,
Gee, the cars look good, don't they?
16th position.
Oh,
Must
look
have
at
passed
this.
a couple of-
Look at this. Well, this is going to... Oh, looking for space.
It's still happening. Back up to the front, caught in the slipstream, behind McNamara. And Chadwick with them again. Little gap, back to Duggan.
Chadwick and the Punisher. Look at that. I'm not a big fan of
Punisher.
purple, but it looks tough.
Using all the curb.
All the
Hurry
curve. Look at
downs.
that, man.
Down to turn 8.
You can
Sharp
see...
left-hander.
Gee, you can see it. You can
McNamara
see the
just-
car moving around on the suspension there as well through these corners.
McNamara caught on board with Chadwick. Feeding the power gently.
Feed him. Yep. Easy. And don't punish those tyres on the back. The
All about the
Punisher.
exit. All about
All
the
about
exit.
the exit.
777 through the kink.
There we go.
Down to
Look,
Canada corner.
I reckon he's made some room up on him there.
I don't think he's going to get in this lap,
Wouldn't throw it down there.
but it's turning into a very interesting battle.
But
Can't
there's a
see
little-
any of these 3 getting away at the moment.
And look at Mark
Chadwick.
Duggan just behind there, just floating around. He's just going, put it into a three-way, boys. Put it into a three-way. Had some issues back with Jamie Davis at the back there. Sounds like Jamie Davis has been a bit of the danger.
He's having a nightmare. He's having a nightmare of a race, Jamie Davis. This is championship, critical for championship. He needs to
So
recover,
there'll
get
be
as many
some-
points as he can.
Yeah, looks like there'll be some discussions between Jamie and Wade Michaels at the end of the race, probably in the pits. Hopefully not a Coulthard Schumacher incident at Spa many years ago. I mean, that's inappropriate, but let's hope not. All good fun though.
Caldwell. Car 04. Slow run onto the front straight. Under a little bit of pressure here from War Boys.
Will he go defensive? This will be interesting. Well,
Slipstream,
Darren's got a lot.
War Boys.
Yeah, Darren's got a lot of karting experience. He's got awesome racecraft. Oh, he's got deep there on the brakes. Gee, that's no. He slid out into the sand. He'll be disappointed with that. He works so hard on the on the brakes and the setup of the car, but he's gathered it back up again.
He's a big brakes aficionado, Darren. Well, always working on his braking technique. And he's under pressure here again, coming down into turn 5.
I'll tell you what, on reflection, that
Caldwell,
looked like...
Just speaking of the brakes, he's cooked it there and he runs wide, out through the gravel trap, losing positions. He's managed to recover it, but he's lost at least 5 positions there, maybe 6. And that's buried him back down to 12th position. Back with Sean Pidwell, who had a big battle with Darren Caldwell at Zolder. On board with Pidwell. Looking at Chris Barnes in front of him, coming down into turns number 8. Oh, a bit of a brake lock up there. Side by side into the carousel. Never a good situation. No, they've evened it out now. Bidwell following Barnes down the back straight. No. Bidwell, Barnes, and back. Oh, that's defensive. There's a little touch. Turn 1. Back at the front. McNamara, Court, Chadwick, Duggan, Anderson. On lap 9.
So close. Look at that nose to tail.
Chadwick
Fantastic.
almost touching Court.
Unbelievable.
The tyres, they're really struggling for grip now.
They'll be punishing, won't
Possible
they?
to put the power down. Through the king, big lift through the king. Rides the curb. These guys are holding on. Struggling for grip.
It'll be interesting to think about when they think about pit stops now, Jamie.
Might be coming in. But then again, big slide. Canada corner. It's hard to pull these cars up, hard to turn them in.
I wonder if we'll see a nose-to-tail pit stop. This will be very, very interesting. I'm predicting either this lap or the next. I think we're getting close.
Here we go. We're coming up the
Here
hill
we go.
now.
Oh, look at that. Who's going to follow? Who's going to follow?
Court stays out. Chadwick stays out. McNamara's in.
Duggan's done it. Duggan's done a brilliant decision there. I think that's probably
strategy from Duggan.
I think that's
as well.
I think that's a top 3 finish decision right there.
It's going to be very interesting to see.
Absolutely.
I'd be very surprised if these guys stay out any longer at the end of this lap.
I'll tell you what, I think Chadwick, Court, Chadwick is going to push. Yeah, Chadwick's going to push Court now.
This is a critical lap.
He's done well as well on the longer stints, and we've seen last couple of things, but I don't think he's had this pressure like he has from Chadwick. And Chadwick, he's got momentum. There's just look at this. Look at this. Yeah.
He was very quick in qualifying. He had fastest for a lot of the qualifying session. So Chadwick's in form. He's loving this track.
He's loving this track. It sort of suits him, this fast-flowing track and
big braking zones around here.
Yes.
Have to be brilliant on the brakes.
Yeah. If you're strong on the brakes, a bit of a Danny Ricciardo, you can really make some time up here, and he's doing it. He looks good, and Alex is nobody to be messed with. You know, he's absolutely got the talent. He brings it very quickly. I know he's been working very hard on this track through the week. I think Jamie, you and I have seen him at different times.
Court's made an excellent exit to that
awesome
carousel.
Excellent. Yeah.
Critical lap.
Look at that.
I guarantee you they'll be coming in at the end of this lap.
They will definitely be. If they don't both come in here, if one of them does, the other one's going to jump them. It's as simple as that. I think this is the time to do it. But I'm really interested in the other ones, the other guys, the Duggins of this world who are going to come out after the back of it.
The amount of fuel they put in, Ben, is going to be critical. It's going to be very interesting to see. Last week's race was decided
well,
using all the track.
Well,
Here we go. Final corner.
1 litre more. Here we
Final
go.
corner.
Look at this. Follow
There's
in.
the second in the pit
Right
lane.
there's going to make up time right on
Braking hard.
right on the nose. Right on the nose. Wow. Wow. This is going to be
Anderson
exciting.
follows them in as well. Anderson in third. There's Todd Hayne will take the lead. Stays out. He's going to do a long first stint. On board with McNamara. He's got a clean track in front of him coming up to Canada Corner. Looks like he had a clean lap this out lap, so that could be critical. Marty Hanson moves up to second. Todd Hayne and Marty Hanson, the two Beaurepaires cars, lead, and Hayden Harrison, the third of the Beaurepaire cars, all leading first, second, third, going for a long first stint. Veacock stays out as well. Chris Barnes is staying out. McNamara, here it is, coming down the pit straight. Pit exit. Do we see anyone rolling off the pit lane? A long way back. A long way back. That's brilliant. Brilliant strategy by McNamara. He's gained at least 3 seconds there. Now can Court Mac it up?
Well, this is a bit of a race changer. Game changer, if you will.
That early pit stop. So here's the race leader now on board with Todd Hayne. Leading, yet to make a pit stop.
No, I think that's going to cost him, but it's lovely to be at the front. But
It's nice to have a clean bit of track.
Absolutely, and you can make some time up, but I think in this race format, the undercut would certainly be a benefit.
I'd definitely like to be in Sean McNamara's position right now, though.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know who put some money on that, but I wish.
What odds were you getting, Ben?
I think I was getting 1-1. I'll be honest with you.
You're not going to be rich then.
I didn't hear anybody. I didn't hear anybody stand up, and the TAB didn't respond. So we'll see how we go. But I think I'll tell you what, he's certainly someone to.
Todd Haynes, he hits the pit lane, dives up the chute.
I'll tell you what, I've just got my eyes on Simon Chadwick at the moment. I think he's being a little bit held up.
We're looking at Marty Hanson in second position. He's going to hit the pit. Probably followed again by another Beaurepaires teammate. Yep, they're all into the pit lane now.
Probably getting
Chris
a special.
Barnes staying out. Chris Barnes
They might
is
be
gonna
getting a
inherit the
special on
race
some
lead.
good years there in the pits.
So Chris Barnes takes the lead, inherits the lead at the moment, and here's McNamara in second. What's the gap? What's the gap we've got? McNamara back to Court. 3.7 seconds. 3.7 seconds is the margin on lap 12. So still 8 laps to go.
8 laps to go, and sorry, Jamie, did you say 3.7 seconds? That's
3.7 seconds is the gap.
That's a significant gap.
And here's Mark Duggan, who will be in third position when all the pit stops are done. So Mark Duggan jumped Simon Chadwick. Chadwick has lost a huge amount of time in that pit stop.
Well, we thought that might be the case as well. I'll tell you what though, it's probably an opportune time to just
having a look.
Oof, absolutely.
Finds himself behind Anderson.
Ooh, and look at that. And I,
tries to put the power down. Makes a move.
Mark
No,
Duggan,
sir,
I just
not
thought
there.
you guys, mate, you're probably not looking at the moment. Mark Duggan just power sliding out of the bottom corner there, and we can see Chadwick and the Punisher getting held up at the background there.
Chadwick's being held up a little bit.
He won't be happy about that. Who is?
Here's the leader, Barnes, coming through the kink on the back straight, down to Canada Corner. With 60 litres, 60% fuel tank, I would guarantee he does not have much fuel left in that tank.
That would just be on fumes, I'd say.
But he's playing the long strategy. See where he files out after his pit stop. Followed by Cameron Veacock, who's in second position. 2.2 seconds behind at this point in time. Here he comes, the leader coming in.
There we go.
Veacock. Veacock stays out. He will lead the race. He will
Cameron
lead
stays
at the
out.
end of lap 12. There's the start of lap 13. Veacock stays out.
Wow.
McNamara
Stays
coming
out.
up the hill.
He must have a special on some Bridgestone tyres or something. I mean, that's amazing.
I reckon he must be doing a lot of lifting and coasting. But McNamara,
I-
the gap is down to 3 seconds. The
We've
gap
just
is
seen
just gone under 3 seconds to Alex Cord.
Alex just done a 2:08.9.
2:08.9, that's
Amazing lap.
qualifying lap.
He is charging.
He's made up 0.7 of a second that lap on McNamara.
0.7 of a second.
He'll need to keep doing it though.
Well, 0.7 in the National Tracking Systems car. That is amazing. That's an amazing sort of lap. He's got the eyes locked in.
He's forced himself to do this though. He's made it hard for him. He should have followed McNamara in.
Oh, look. Absolutely. And Nationwide Tracking Systems, I apologise, car there that...
He's caught in the background. Veacock staying out. He's playing the long game, but it's not going to help him up the top of the race, at the front of the race. Alex Cord is just smashing out the purple sectors at this point in time. He's a man on a mission, and his mission is Sean McNamara.
I think we're in for absolutely. I think we're in for a titanic battle. The Nationwide Tracking Systems car is looking absolutely on fire with Alex at the wheel.
Veacock leading.
I'll be honest with you, he's probably got the Abruzzi gloves on as well. So keep an eye for that, because if this thing catches fire, he'll be okay. And that's important. So
Veacock leading, but coming into the pit lane. Finally hands over the lead back to Sean McNamara.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get out before that, is he? Yeah.
Not unless he just drives straight through and they throw a bit of fuel down the fuel tank.
Yeah, and seeing it's not the 1960s, probably not. So, but yeah, absolutely great run. And
Cord, another 0.7 of a second again on that lap.
Wow. 2:09.2. That's a mega lap. He's got the eyes in. Now, the trick will be, though, as we all know, you're going to get a couple of laps so you can really punish the tyres, but then you have to manage it from there. And
That's right.
McNamara's probably had that opportunity to sort of, burn some laps, get in front, absolutely, 100%. Now he's got to manage. And when you're in front, you can sort of dictate the pace a bit, but Alex is a charger.
Looks like we've got a bit of a battle for 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment.
Let's go to it.
We've got Todd Hayne having a look down the inside of Chadwick here.
Oof.
Side by side through turn 5 and up the hill. Chadwick holding off. Hayne.
Oh,
Chadwick,
look at that.
Side by side again. It's a great track for the overcut, undercut, side by side through here.
Oh,
Little tap,
he's
maybe.
a little bit
Did he get a bit
tap.
of curb or a little bit of tap?
Oh, Todd won't
On
be
board
real
with
happy
Chadwick.
about that.
Oh, I think he might have been a little bit of contact there.
Oh, I think that's
Todd
a bit.
Haynes dropped back a good second and a bit there.
I think.
Chadwick holds on to 5th.
Look, I tell you what. I think Chadwick was so committed to that. There was only one way that was going to happen, and unfortunately, Todd was on the outside. Racing incident. You can't do too much about that. But these guys, yeah, bloody oath. That's the side by side stuff, and that's the exciting thing that brings us back every weekend to this sort of driving. But gee, really good. You know,
Chadwick would be fuming from his pit stop.
Nobody was in the fence.
Exactly. Oh, here we go. Chadwick's made up a big amount of ground there at Canada Corner on Anderson. Chadwick pushing Anderson.
Wow.
Over the crest. Into the last turn.
Look at that.
Chadwick locking up the rears. Hard on the power. Using all the curb and a little bit more.
Gee, did you see it squirm around?
Todd
That was
Haynes.
fantastic.
Todd Hayne might have got a little bump, but he hasn't given up either. On top of Chadwick's car. Look at the slipstream. Look at the drafting effect.
Oh,
Anderson goes defensive. This is going to play into Haynes' hands.
absolutely.
Chadwick pulls it up
Haynes
under
would be happy
brakes.
about this. Oh, no, I would be. That's brilliant.
And Alex Court only managed to gain up a 10th that last lap. Back to the
Look at
Anderson-Chadwick battle, though. Oh, Chadwick.
Oh, Chadwick sideways. He's angry about this being held up. And like, it's racing for position.
Anderson, defensive.
Now, Todd Hayne may come out of this the worse for wear or not. Oh, look at this. Duck down the inside, Todd.
Oh, Chadwick lighting the rears up. Haynes got to run on him.
Haynes got to run.
Not enough room there, though.
Yeah, Chad was on to him.
Anderson.
Chadwick's playing 2 games here, front and rear. Wow.
He's got it all happening, Chadwick. Under intense pressure.
I'd love to be in the driver's seat right now. This is exciting stuff that we will live for. Brilliant.
Be happy to have the bruises on right now, because otherwise
his hands are being on fire.
Very slippery. Round the carousel. Look at Chadwick.
Look at that.
Slide the
Wow.
thing through the carousel.
I wonder if he's got the track races set up, because if he has, there'll be no flex.
No flex whatsoever.
No flex, and I can tell you that from experience.
And the Canada, look out. And on the
Look at
brakes.
that. Look at him squirming around on the brakes. Todd's
He's got to
just
try
like,
to get a run on him here.
oh,
Will he go? Will he stay side by side? No, he's going to...
fighting it. I love it.
Where's Todd Hayne now?
Oh, Chadwick is on the race control.
Chadwick's not happy. He's gone to race control.
Unfortunately, Chadwick's gone for braking while defending. I think that's a bit of a...
in my opinion, Ben, I haven't
disappointed with
seen
that.
anything. I haven't seen anything Anderson's doing wrong here.
No,
He is being very defensive, but what have we got? Lap 16. Oh, and Chadwick's got him.
fair for position, but
Court's closing back in on McNamara. He hasn't given up the ghost on him. He was 8/10 faster that last lap.
I'll tell you what, you're not going to get away with that sort of conversation in the officials. That's interesting.
Court has not given up this race win. McNamara hasn't put a foot wrong all race, though. The strategy, the driving, it's been A-class.
Chadwick's off. We've just seen Chadwick off in the background. Todd Hayes gone through.
So Mark
There's been a
Duggan's up
change.
third. Mark Duggan's third. Todd Hayne fourth. James Anderson fifth. Chadwick's dropped back to sixth.
Wow. Massive, massive change.
He gained it and then lost it as quickly as that.
Yeah, I think this is about the
He's
eyes
the man
forward.
at third, Mark Duggan.
You got to keep your eyes forward, focused on the prize.
He's the lonely man at the moment. He's 7
Oof.
seconds behind Court, 5
Wow.
seconds in front of Hayne. He's got
Todd
a nice,
Hayne.
comfortable drive for a podium
And
position here.
And I'll tell you what, Todd Hayne is just powering away now. And the interesting to watch there is that he's looked after the tyres. He's not sliding around. The guys behind him are slipping the slide, and Todd's really, really focused
Court's
on that.
closing in, Ben. Court has closed right in.
I'm super excited.
We are finishing lap 16,
Oof.
starting lap 17, and we will have a battle for the lead at the end of this race.
Who doesn't love an awesome battle? Let's go. McNamara Court.
Another 4/10. This will be on.
A
McNamara
295.
will be
That's
looking in
410.
his rear vision
Wow.
mirror. He'll be looking. He will see Court closing in.
Wow,
At
we've
this
just
rate,
heard.
Court will be on him with a lap and a half to go, probably less.
Why is he flashing his lights? Does he think he's a back marker?
Intimidator. He's an intimidator.
Oh god! I mean, I think we left that back in the karting days, didn't we? This is serious stuff.
You're not a fan of the light flashing?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'll leave it
I
with
think
that as
that
well.
enough said about that.
McNamara, he will not be a man intimidated by that sort of.
Exactly. I think people who eyes forward can focus on that. Nobody's interested in that.
Absolutely, absolutely. This has been a great race by McNamara. Can we see him break the cycle? Break the
Bloody
cycle of
oath.
Court wins. Court
Well, look,
closes in again on
he's closing
corner
in.
8.
I think
Here's the carousel. This will be an interesting point to see how much grip the two cars have. Court's on 1 lap fresher tyres than McNamara.
a little bit wide there for McNamara. You can see Court just making a bit of time, but that
Got a
exit,
nice exit.
the exit looked really strong.
Through that kick. Using Court, using all the track and a little bit more.
Deary me. Especially on the
12
power on the
incidents.
grass. That is playing with fire.
We got
That could
12
easily
incidents,
spin
12
the
off tracks before his drive-through penalty. I'm sure Court hasn't used very many in this race.
Is it
if
12?
any. 12.
Wow. 16.
16.
Just heard from race control 16.
I don't need 16. I would have kept it at 12, but that's
I
all
would
right.
have put it at 4.
4, you're a harsh man.
I'm
So a little bit of traffic in front. Let's hope that doesn't ruin our grandstand finish here.
How many laps to go, Jamie? Talk me through it.
We are finishing lap 17 into lap 18.
Wow.
So this and 2 more laps to go.
Holy dooly, guys. This is getting intense. And the guys...
Intense for us, but imagine what it's like for McNamara.
Oof,
Court knows he can't afford to put a foot wrong.
no. And the,
McNamara.
now, the interesting thing here is that Court's got a couple of wins under his belt. Does he think about the longer game, or is he looking for glory? And let's be honest, we all love the
I think he's
glory.
going for the glory, Ben. I think he'll go for the glory. If he
Who
gets,
wouldn't?
and he already is, he is
love
in the
it.
slipstream.
He's having a go.
McNamara is going to play hard. He's got to play hard.
McNamara is going to make him work for it. Look at the movement of the car and of the brakes.
There's not
Did
much
you
grip
see
left.
that? These guys are on the edge. Love it. I think the person who's going to win this is the person who doesn't make a mistake. This is fantastic.
It will be. One mistake and it's over from either of these, for these drivers, I believe.
Look at the car.
And they're on the
moving around
edge. They are on the edge.
On the edge.
So Court seems to have the advantage in the first half of the lap. McNamara's got a little gap here through the carousel. Let's hope Court hasn't burned up his tyres trying to reduce that gap.
I'll tell you what, it only takes a lap of recovery and these tyres start to regain some grip back in them. But I'll tell you what,
So
you might only
fast
be
through
at
the
half a
kick.
lap. That is very quick. That's you're holding your jewels in your hand there through there. That's fantastic. But you've got
to
to
have a tight old grip on it. You'd have a tight old grip, I reckon.
Oh dear, you'd be singing
McNamara, has he
soprano.
been pacing himself? Has he watched Court burning up his tyres in his mirror, thinking, I've got a little bit left up my sleeve, I'll use it when I need it?
Well, this is
Court,
and
looking
look,
for grip, scrabbling
and
for
Ja-
grip.
and Jamie, that's your comment is absolutely right. We see this through the official stuff as well. You've absolutely got to be thinking about the next lap. Don't think about right now. Think about the next lap and what you're going to do with it. We saw McNamara flashing lights there, trying to get this
Attention of the back marker.
back marker out of the way. Who is that? I can't quite see at the moment on my screens, guys.
It's Jamie Davis, championship contender.
Deary me. Well, this will be interesting. I don't think Jamie would interrupt the procession in that way. That's
Too
absolutely
classy
not what I'm
driver for
thinking.
that.
Absolutely, I'm absolutely not suggesting that. But I know some drivers out there who might, but absolutely not Jamie Davis.
So McNamara trying to pull it up.
Oh, dearie me! Did you see
The
that?
rear end is just wants
Did you
to
see
rotate.
that? He's clearly got some control over it, though. He's enjoying. Oh, that was tailed into there under the bridge.
There's Duggan. Now
You
Todd
can see it-
Hayne.
You can see it
Back
down
to
around.
first again.
When I look back, though, Alex is absolutely pushing this. That ZB Commodore is dancing on the rear, dancing. And he's got
Lap and
a
a half
really
to
fine
go.
grip on it.
Even when Court now, if Court can just get on the back, you would think McNamara is going to make it very, very difficult at this point in time. I think the tyres have evened out. There's not much. I would say Court doesn't have an advantage anymore.
I'll tell you
Lap
what, Jamie.
times,
I'll tell you what, Jamie. One of
McNamara's
the
faster. Oh, look
one-
out though! Jamie
Oh,
Davis
dear.
has gone wide on the grass. He's staying there. He's staying
thank
there.
God, stay there, mate.
He realises the situation. And
One
has
of the
done
great
well.
things, one of the great things, Jamie, was to be able to see that was through the track cams of Gourmet. We wouldn't see this sort of quality of camera work otherwise without them. The setup of these cars, the way they're dancing around, and the quality is all obviously through the Coghlan Engineering, Race Management Services.
The
I mean,
driver control. Here we go,
absolutely
Ben.
unbelievable.
Here we go. Finishing lap 19 into lap 20. The
Here we
final
go.
lap of the race.
This is it.
Sean McNamara.
What would you do, Jamie? What's your thought process? Talk us through it.
Just try not to make a mistake. Just be
Okay.
as smooth as possible. Don't even look back. Don't worry about what Alex Court's doing. Do not even look in the rear vision mirror. Just hit your marks, hit your points, hit your brakes, and do not worry about what Court's doing behind you.
Tell me
You're
the
the
corner.
master of your destiny here.
Tell me the corner where you know you've won it. Tell me where that is. Where is it?
Not until the exit of the final corner. I've been beaten on this track before on the run up to that final pit straight. It's possible to pass somebody on the exit of the final corner around this track, and
Oof.
Court's closing in.
Look at that. This is
Court
tense.
will not give up.
This is tense.
McNamara under intense pressure.
The NTS, the Nationwide Tracking Systems car, all over McNamara.
Can
Alex-
McNamara
Oh,
hold
Alex
on?
goes-
Half a lap
oh!
to go.
Oh, look at my God. Did you see that? He was
Court
sideways.
using
That's
everything.
insane. He is
McNamara
like...
slides the rear in.
So Alex was
Carousel.
thinking about some certain
Carousel.
points there. That was one of them for an overtake. He's cooked the
Carousel,
tyres.
critical
Where
here.
is the next point, people? Where is
McNamara's
the
had
next
to
point?
brake halfway through the carousel, but he's got a nice run onto the back straight.
He's got a little bit of a
Getting
gap
a little
there.
bit of a slipstream. It's going to be a critical braking section in
If
the
he
Canada
holds-
corner.
Alex
Court.
was strong through there. They're close. I don't
Court.
think I
I don't think he's
can't
close
see.
enough to commit here. He's going
No,
to brake as late as possible. He's closing in on McNamara.
McNamara
McNamara's
holds together through here. I
two
think he's got
corners
it.
to go. 2 corners to go for McNamara. Oh, it's not the smoothest. 1 corner to go. He's got to get this right. Court closes right in. McNamara
that's
makes
a good
sure he
strong.
gets the entry right and powers up the hill.
McNamara, that's a great exit. He's really
gotta
held him
hold
up
on.
there. That's a fantastic result. Well done.
Sean McNamara
Well done,
wins
boys.
at Road America. Alex
I'll tell-
Court less than 1/10 of a second behind.
Wow.
What a great race.
I'll tell you what, that's the most exciting all year. These boys, that's professionalism at the highest degree. Well done, boys.
McNamara
Wow.
breaks the streak of Alex
Oh.
Court's wins.
Wow.
That was
I'm
a
gonna-
great drive, McNamara. Very impressive.
I am going to watch that back. That was so exciting. Well done, boys. That's fantastic.
Mark
And
Duggan brings it home
Mark
in third.
Duggan
There's the
bring it
man.
home in third. I tell you what, Mark Duggan, he is
First podium.
right there, first podium, and he is right there for the taking. These boys at front need to watch out. But that is a fantastic piece of work. Well done, lads. I can't wait for the interviews. I mean, that's amazing. Fantastic. I think that's probably the best race all year, competitive. If I was Alex, I'd be happy with the result. I'd be happy with the points, but I'd be watching my backside. These guys have really started to come to the front. Wow, that's awesome.
That
Awesome.
was a great race. We haven't had a bad one. Out of 3 for 3, I reckon every single race has been action-packed from lap 1 to the final lap.
100%. I think, and it's a credit to the way we, it's a credit to the way this.
It's a credit
this-
to the series.
It's a credit to the series, and it's a credit to the sponsors who get involved in this as well. Abruzzi Raceware, Track Racer. Obviously, I know a lot of the guys run the Track Racer frames and setups, and that's what gives them the rigidity of handling of what they do. The dripping paints, graphics. I mean, you got to look good on track, right? I mean, otherwise you're just a number.
That's it.
Race management services, as always, high quality. Coglin Engineering supporting
So-
with the setup and of course track cams for Gourmet. You can't see this without them. I mean, this is the quality that we have. So fantastic, massive day, and awesome to respect for everyone racing today. Thank you.
Well said, Ben. So these boys have to bring it back to the pit lane. No stopping out on the track. So fuel conservation, that'll all be in 6th gear, saving every litre or every ounce of fuel on the way back to the pit lane.
Yeah, absolutely, every ounce.
So Sean McNamara, first win in the series.
Fantastic
Alex
result.
0.2 of a second behind.
I'd like to say I won an absolutely monster on Sean McNamara, but I think I just gave myself my 50 back. But I'm going to talk to Sportsbet later on this week and see if we can.
McNamara's going to do a burnout.
Oh,
This better be a good one.
Gee, this is foreign. I was going to say foreign country for Alex being in the pit lane, but
nobody's had a go. It's all been Alex Court so far. Here we go.
Deary.
He's
lit it up.
In the Mustang.
Let's lit it up in the Mustang.
He's run out of room here though. A little bit of pit wall action.
Well, those Mustangs can get away from you, but they're pretty. They get a fair bit of horsepower.
So Mark Duggan, 12 seconds back from Todd Hayne in 4th place, 15 seconds back. Chadwick, who had an up and down race, really come undone at the pit stops and then might have had a little bit of an issue that we missed on camera there. James Anderson in 6th position. Blake Warboy, 7th. Marty Hanson with a good drive in 8th. Darren Caldwell must have managed to recover from that sand trap excursion for 9th place. Wayne Taylor in 10th. Tony Gaffer in 11th. Benjamin Saron in 12th. Chris Barnes, 13th. Hayden Harrison, Sean Pidwell, Cameron Veacock, Dean Williams, Martin Turner, Brian Cooper, Craig Newell in 20th, Mitch Campbell, Trent Gosley, Michael Schroeder, Lee Roberts, Danny Vassell, Tim Mulford in 26th, Riley Curtis, Jonathan Bean, Blake Urquhart, Clay Lewis, Michael Dumbrell, Philip Piggott, Lachlan Uwigo, Riley Simmons, Wade Michael, Josh Miclemore, Luke Bergens, Paul Preston. Paul Preston's had a bit of a nightmare tonight.
Yeah, that's not great for Paul.
He'd be upset about that. Another unfortunate first lap after what was very similar in Zolder. Jamie Davis, who had finished on the podium the previous 2 races, brings it home last in 40th position.
That is going to upset the. That's going to upset the championship. Absolutely.
We'll be very disappointed with that one. So, if we've got the drivers ready, we'll take 3rd place, Mark Duggan, and have a bit of a chat.
Mark, 3rd place. Congratulations, mate. That was an awesome drive from yourself. Mate, talk us through it. It was amazing from what we saw.
Yeah, thanks, boys. I was lucky. I got a great jump, and I was able to get past a few cars. Slotted straight into 4th, I think, by turn 2. And then it was just kind of, everybody kind of held stations. And then, I was in about 6, sorry. And then down at turn 3 or 4, there was a bit of an incident. I kept my nose clean, got into 4th, and then I pitted same lap as Sean, trying to get a bit of an undercut. And Sean managed to get out, but I just got caught behind a couple of cars. But anyway, it was just, it was a good drive. I've been a long time coming for me. I'm pretty stoked. And yeah, I'd just like to thank, like JP Simpshed, RMS, Track Racer, Bruzy, and Gripping Paints for the awesome paint job on my car. And to you boys in the commentary team, thank you. Yeah, it was a good fun race.
Yeah, look, Mark, I think we've been talking about you for probably a couple of last races. You've been dancing around at the back well, I won't say the back, but just outside of the top three, and it was exciting to see you up there and fighting. And I reckon you're absolutely 100% on the undercut. That really, really worked. And the start was a cracker, and absolutely dodged the bullets around a few things. So well done, mate. I think this is a long season. This is race 3 out of 12. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But
I think it's 13.
13. Okay. Gee,
No worries, Ben.
dearie me, I might have to reschedule my calendar, but fantastic, mate. And I think it's absolutely well within the mix, and I think you're there. I think this is going to be a very, very exciting period.
Thanks, boys. I mean, you guys have been talking about me. My problem's been race control talking about me too.
Yeah, a few incidents. Well, in a big field like this.
But anyway, I don't think I had any incidents tonight. I kept my nose clean, and it was a good fun
race.
Weren't
your problems, mate. That was somebody else's.
Yeah. Anyway, big thanks to NTS. Like, that's all. Like, really happy that they're the naming rights sponsor of this series. It's great to have them on board. And, thanks, boys.
Yeah,
good on you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Nationwide's tracking systems, absolutely primary sponsor. Thank you.
Yeah. So second place, Alex Court.
Alex, this is different. Second place, talk us through it, mate.
That was intense.
Absolutely.
Mate, that is the understatement of the almost of the year, apart from the COVID stuff that we've dealt with. But mate,
you were 4 seconds.
Unbelievable. Mate.
4 seconds behind Sean McNamara. How hard was it to pull him in?
Very.
He didn't make too many mistakes, did he?
He no, absolutely he didn't. So all credit to him. He drove exceptionally well.
How much fuel did you have left at the end of the race? Because it seemed like your pit stop, I don't know if you lost it on just staying out that one extra lap or if you took a little bit more fuel on.
Yeah, well, I wanted to pit. I wanted to pit the lap that Sean pitted. So obviously I stayed out and pitted the next lap, but I ended up with 1.5 lap of fuel.
Yep. So you might have lost half a second there.
You look like you had the pace though, Alex. Especially on coming out, we could see you really gaining on Sean, and the car control was mega. Like into some of those tight corners, we could see that was mega. Pushing out of the exit.
What is the secret, Alex? Where do you find yourself getting the extra speed over some of your opponents?
Many hours of practice.
It's all in laps.
Yeah.
Surprise, eh?
This week alone, I think I've done just over 10 hours of practice at this track.
Wow. Yeah.
That's the secret, guys. That's the secret. You want to be fast, you got to put in the hours in the seat.
That's exactly right.
But Alex, that's a really, really good point, though. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, you talk about iRacing, and all of us see the difference in the forums about Forza and Project Cars 2 and iRacing. This is about real commitment about what we do, and you can see it within your driving. You can see it with the work you're doing. You don't win 2 out of 3 and second on the third one by luck. There's real talent there and effort and practice. So well done, mate. It was a fantastic race to watch.
No, thanks, boys.
I think you stayed at 1 lap too long, but the boss
I haven't agreed with all of your pit strategies this season.
The boss might talk to you about that, but
I expect
that's a personal thing. But you did it was a fantastic race, and you could see that you were charging hard, and that's absolutely brilliant to watch. So well done, mate. Awesome.
Great to watch.
Awesome.
Shout out to your backers, Alex.
So first of all, Nationwide Tracking System, Track Racer, Coghlan Race Engineering Setup, Goodyear Auto Care, Cars for Hope, Brutesy Race Australia, RMS, Dripping Paint Graphics, VR cover.
Yeah, awesome, mate. Well done. Have a good night, mate.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
You've probably earned yourself a couple of beers, mate.
definitely.
Yeah. Make
See
it a
you at
6-pack.
Mosport.
Make it a 6-pack. That's on me. All right, just send me the bill.
No worries.
Okay. So the race winner at Road America, round 3.
Sean
Sean
McNamara.
The Mustang. The Mustang boys.
Mustang winner. Well done,
Talk us
son.
through it, Sean. Talk us through it.
Oh, it's a blur. Oh, look, I was surprised actually with the P2 and quali. Didn't really string a great lap together, but got a good start and hung around the outside of Alex. And I thought if I didn't get him early, he was going to drive away. So I sent it, I think, lap 2 or 3 up the inside, and he gave me room. And from there, I hung on for the first stint, that's for sure.
I think it looked like everyone was hanging on. The track was
Yeah,
pretty hot and there wasn't much grip
100%.
out there.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think everybody was really hanging on. I think it was really great racing between yourself and Alex. You could tell there's respect between the two races, and that's really, really cool. Clearly, Mustang helps. I don't want to make a big deal about it. You'll hear that through the telecast, and I'll probably post some photos. But
After the pit stop, Sean, you had 4 seconds on Alex. What did the pressure feel like as you could see him closing in those last few laps?
Look, I don't know if you can tell by my roll down lap, but I probably underfueled. So I did fuel save just a touch early on in that stint, but he was coming like a freight train. I was sweating bullets. I said in the green room, you talk about respect. I said that to him. It's been great racing the first 3 rounds with him, and there's a lot of respect between the two of us. And it's been an absolute blast racing, but just stoked to notch up a win, pick a few points back on him. And the back end of that second stint, I think you could probably tell we were both sliding all over the shop, pushing as hard as we could. Tyres were gone. It was, but it was an absolute blast. Had an absolute ball, and well done to Mark as well.
Yeah, you guys were absolutely working hard. We could see it at different shots as well, like first corner, second corner, third, fourth. Like
the braking areas.
the braking areas. You could see the tails sort of just stepping out a little bit and snaking around a bit at different times, and that was really exciting to watch. The replay, Sean, watch it. You'll love it, obviously, because you won. But and I won my pineapple back to myself, so that was great.
Ben had a little bit of money on you.
I had some money on you, mate. So that's great. No one wanted to back me, but anyway, it's another story. But 100%, mate. It's always about the Mustang. But all jokes aside, great win. I think it's a really good thing for the series as well that you guys are battling it hard, and it's a credit to the effort that you guys put into it. So awesome, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And Coghlan as well. It was a great setup this week. Cars were as tough as the track was. The cars were really good, and setup was quite suited. So it was a good setup.
Anyone else you'd like to shout out to?
Oh, look, obviously NTS, you guys for the great broadcast, and we've got Jeremy Matthew Photography, Intimidator Race Engines, Velocity Motorsport Magazine, Racing News Custom Ear Protection, and Racecraft, and the Ford support.
No, that's awesome, mate.
One thing I'll ask before we see you off to Mosport next weekend.
Yeah,
or next Tuesday night. Sorry, Mosport. Yeah, Canadian Motorsport.
Oh dear.
Yeah, mixing it up a bit. Jamie Davis. Did you see him go off the track in front of you at that fast?
I was actually saying to Alex before I had heart in mouth moment. He did a cracking. I felt sorry for him. I don't know what happened to him in that race, but I gave him a flat straight, trying to move him over, and then he made that mistake, and I thought, oh no, here we go. But he held on to it and kept it on the grass.
He did. He kept it on the grass.
He did a great job.
But it wasn't great for his championship. He finished 40th. So
feeling for it. That's a hard one.
I'll tell you what, Jamie's a great operator. He's a fair operator. But I'll tell you what, if I was in your shoes, Sean, a little bit of wee would have come out when I saw that. That was
absolutely.
So well done, awesome. Once again, congratulations on the win, mate. I think it's an awesome result, and really excited to see Mosport and see where we go from there. So awesome, dude.
Indeed,
impressive driving.
Really
good on you, Sean.
Cheers.
Have a few beers tonight, mate.
Bloody oath. Cheers.
Well, Ben, classic.
How good was that? I mean, you just don't. Sometimes you rock up to a race, and we've all done it, right? We rock up and watch a bit of Formula One, or we watch a V8 Supercars and go, oh, yeah, Jamie's going to win, or Schumach's going to win, or or Vettel's going to win. But you stand back and you watch this and you go, okay, we've had 2 different winners in 3 races, and we've got people who are ready to
Knocking on the door.
all of them on, yeah, which is really, really exciting. And the best part, we are mixing it through different types of racetracks every weekend. Mosport being the next one, mental. And Mosport is a crazy track. I'd almost throw myself in there, but I won't because I'll be in the commentary box. So really, really excited. I reckon it's great. Awesome stuff.
So I'm wondering, can you see the championship points from your vantage point there, Ben?
Mate, I'll be honest with you, I can't. I am. I'm in a blackout zone at the moment. But look, I think we'll probably have Alex at the. Alex would definitely. Alex is at a. Sorry, I'm just having a look at now.
Have you got the championship points there, Ben?
I am just checking now. Sorry, guys. Alex is at 468. And John McNamara is at 442. And running up the chart, Todd Haynes up to 432. 26, sorry. And I'll tell you what, this is where the game changer starts to happen. We've got some real names there that are tough competitors. I mean, Todd Haynes, nothing against Todd, but at the start of the series was not where in the top 3. Here he is now, and this is the sort of change that could happen.
And that's right. And we saw what happened to Jamie Davis tonight. And it's just races like this. It's you've got to really avoid.
We've got 10 more weeks, guys. I mean, this is a significant sort of change now in the championship. And we're going to go across a variety of different tracks as well. And people are going to have, especially with a fix-it-up, people have different sort of nuances. They'll have a different style. And
like we heard from Alex Court, some of these guys who might want to lift their game and do those 10 hours of practice. And that could very well see some different names and different faces at the top of the tree.
You took the words out of my mouth. The one thing that you need to do is practice. No matter what the track, it's a setup. Everyone's got the same thing. Practice, practice, practice. That's how you be successful.
These guys will be smashing out the laps at Mosport, where we'll be next Tuesday night at the same time.
Oh, can't wait. I'm excited.
Nationwide Tracking Systems, V8E Championship.
Can't wait.
All right, then. We'll leave it there then, Ben. You've been in top form tonight. Enjoyed your stuff. Enjoyed your work tonight.
Thanks, boys. Thank you very much, Jamie. Once again, a pleasure to be in the commentary box with you. And I think, you know what? Next time I'll bring the popcorn. It's that exciting. Boom. Thanks,
Good on
guys.
you, Ben. We'll see you next week.